Thank you, everyone, for jumping on the call. I appreciate it so much. Excited about today. We're in episode number 206, and today we're back into Take Flight. Last week, I brought to you my thoughts on how I felt you should end Q3 and Q4. Got a lot of comments on that one. I think it tuned you guys up. Got you thinking about the opportunities that lay in front of you between now and the no-fly zone in December. But today we're going to get into Take Flight again, version 4.0, and we're going to jump right into section 4 today, and it's called this call is titled "Turn One Client Transaction into 3." Okay, but before I get into that in more detail, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the broker advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy brokers sell more real estate. I do that by helping you handle challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. And if you can effectively manage those situations that arise on a daily basis in your business, you'll be more productive and live a life that is the best version of you. And my ask is that you listen today as if we are in a one-on-one coaching session, either in my office or on the phone. It's important to me that you listen to these coaching calls in that manner. I think you will receive them in a different way. Okay, so on this 206th episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk, I'll jump back into Take Flight version 4.0 and begin section 4. That will be wing 1 on your aircraft. Remember, your aircraft is your business. And we're going to create that wing 1, which will help power your business to 30,000 feet. What is 30,000 feet? 30,000 feet is when you're in flow and you're able to pull those engines back and go at a great speed. And you just got to keep, an eye on your goals and your vision. Keep it going in the right direction. That's what's great about 30,000 feet is you're in flow. At that point in time, you've built a predictable and enjoyable business. Section 4 will focus on executable and proven strategies that will generate additional referrals, introductions during the buyer and listing transaction process. I will show you how you can deliver and leverage during your transactions so that you can predictably turn one client transaction into 3. So section number 4 is in Take Flight is called Deliver and Leverage. Okay. When I talk about deliver and leverage, I'm describing the concept of delivering a high value experience during the transaction while leveraging that high value experience to create more opportunities within your business. You should expect 2 other pieces of business off of a successful buyer closing or a closed listing. Okay? Let me give you some examples of how you can accomplish this. Number 1, a completely satisfied buyer introduces you to 2 friends, family members, or colleagues. And as we go through section 4 here, I will give you a script that will teach you how to train your clients to refer you business. We'll get into that in one of these upcoming episodes. Number 2, by conducting open houses during the launch of a listing, you add multiple warm and hot list buyers and gain a listing opportunity from those open houses. Okay. Number 3, you sell your listing to an unrepresented buyer who found your listing through your upgraded listing marketing. You are paid on both sides. So you get an extra transaction side because you sold to a buyer that opted to represent themselves. Okay. Number 4, just listed and just sold direct mail sent to your surrounding area produces multiple listing opportunities. Number 5, social media posts providing insights to a current buyer search piques the interest of one of your Instagram followers, prompting them to DM you, asking for assistance, which is with their search, which is similar to the one that you are documenting, okay, during your search, okay? A lot of people are doing this on Instagram stories. I get a lot of agents that tell me that they are getting more and more opportunities through Instagram. It's becoming a really nice search engine, okay? Enhanced photography and marketing for your listings created during that listing process is posted on your social platforms and email marketing campaigns. Those actions deliver multiple buyer and seller leads. Number 7, a testimonial from an extremely happy buyer or seller prompts a new buyer to reach out to you to begin a search. Team, every single one of those things are actionable. They don't happen until you put action and invest resources into your business. And these are just a few examples on how you can deliver and leverage during an active buyer search or listing into at least 2 more solid opportunities. Going off script here a little bit, but to do the action part, to create an unbelievable experience for your clients, a big part of what we're going to talk about during these next few episodes is creating processes and systems that are repeatable. And I'm going to explain that here in a minute. But I want you to consider the following few things, okay? Number 1, people remark about remarkable experiences. As you know, it takes an extreme amount of effort and skill to create a remarkable experience. And like I mentioned, in the coming weeks, we're going to discuss how you can best do that. I want you to keep 2 words front of mind as we go through this section of Take Flight: hospitality and service. They're in the same genre, but are wildly different. And we'll dig into that deeper, the differences between hospitality and service. Okay? And this is very much a mindset shift that you need to make. If you have not read Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guidara, it was, I think, my favorite book of 2022. And in all honesty, is required reading for this section. So good. Fantastic. So good that they even use it on the Hulu show, The Bear. If you haven't watched that show, that's pretty cool, about Chicago. And that book made its debut on The Bear. It's pretty cool. So we're going to learn the difference between hospitality and service. And our goal here is to create a remarkable experience for our clients. 2 words that we only use amongst ourselves. Okay, this is number 3. 2 words we should only use amongst ourselves, and that is the words referral and transaction. Okay, you should never, ever use the word referral with your clients. Okay, you should use the word introduction. You should never use the word transaction describing what we do. It's an opportunity. When you're talking to your clients, we are talking about opportunities. Okay, so 2 words that we want to get switched in our vocabulary. We want to move from referral to introduction and transaction to opportunity. As you note on my call here today, I called it turn 1 client transaction into 3. Well, I'm talking to the industry here, and that's why I do that. But when we're talking to our clients, we want to switch our words here, and words do matter. Number 4, You need repeatable transaction systems and processes to complement the effort and skill that you put into every deal. So many of you have your businesses in your head. Hey, what do I do next? 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 You need to get that out of your head and on paper and in checklists, etc. Talk all about that here in the coming episodes. Okay. When you're in the middle of a transaction, you need to keep your head up to recognize and capitalize on all the opportunities that are in front of you. Okay. People coming into your open houses. That client that reaches out to you and says, hey, come take a look at my place. I mean, all of these, there's so many opportunities in front of you every single day. You got to keep your head up and keep your eyes on the opportunities. What happens with hobbyists get some opportunities and transactions in their pipeline, and they only focus on what's in that pipeline at that moment. The pipeline then gets closed out, it dries up, and they go through this peaks and valleys of getting things closed and then going and getting business, getting things closed, going and getting business, getting things closed. This is what causes the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys that keep us up at night. When you're in the transactions, this is when you, like I said, this is when you should be looking for those opportunities. They're in front of you every single day. Number 6, people hire who they know, like, and trust. To create this, you need to show evidence of success. Another phrase you're going to hear me talk about during this section. Evidence of success. You need to market to your successes. You could be the best broker on the planet, and if you don't talk about it, you don't market to it, it's going to be like that tree in the forest that falls, and if nobody's there to see it, it didn't happen. You need to let people know that you are having success, and that's called, this little phrase you'll hear me talk about in this section a lot, it's called evidence of success. Number 7, team, you need to own this concept. It is your responsibility to grow your business. It is not anybody else's responsibility. You and only you are responsible for growing your business. And I'm speaking to those of you on this call right now, and I know you're interested. I know you're excited about this, but it requires action, requires effort. You and only you are responsible to build your business. Number 8, as your business grows towards 25 transactions or 25 million in production, you need to add capacity to your business by adding team members or, I don't like the word assistant. You need to add people, partners, however, to your business to give you the time that you need to create that remarkable experience. This is where I see people burn out. 25 transactions, 25 million. It's where the wheels completely come off. You need one person for every 25 million and every 25 transactions. That's the formula. Okay. Segment 4 of Take Flight version 4.0 will give you your first wing. Segment 4 of Take Flight version 4.0 will give you your first wing. And I'll just remind you, you don't fly without wings. Pro tip. You'll be really tempted to move full in on this concept without properly addressing the first 3 sections of Take Flight version 4.0. The mindset is the cockpit of the plane. Habits and rituals, which is the tail of the plane. Database and relationship management, which is the cabin of the plane. These 3 areas are foundational, and your business and life will plateau if you don't rate them or get to a point where you can rate them an 8, 9, or a 10. Trust me on this. I use the following metaphor to describe how important they are to you. Okay. If you're building a home, those three areas are everything up to and including the drywall. Okay. So you got your roof on, the shingles, it's framed up, windows are in, siding is on, or masonry's on. You've got all of your plumbing, your HVAC, your electric, your low voltage, your insulation. The drywall goes up. Drywall is taped. Now you're ready for wing number one and number two. You guys are going to want to jump right to picking out floors and cabinets and tile. Why? Because that's the sexy stuff. That's the fun stuff. That's the stuff people see. They don't come to your house and say, oh my God, I love the insulation behind the walls. You did such a great job. No, they're going to talk about your kitchen. And with this pro tip that I'm giving you right now is you're going to be tempted to move right into these last two sections of Take Flight without properly addressing mindset, habits and rituals, and database and relationship management. And this is all going to, Take Flight's all going to start making sense when we start to put the puzzle pieces together here towards the end of it. You'll see how it all works together. Okay? They need your attention. But with that being said, as you build out the foundational principles of your business, you can, and I've seen it done, 2x your production just by delivering a remarkable experience while keeping your head up looking for those opportunities. Okay? This is the hardest part of your growth. You got to work on all those three things while building your business. If you're in that section where you're at that point in your life, you need to disappear for 6 months. Pull some all-nighters and get it done. It will make you millions of dollars over the course of your career if you take this one period of time, whether it be right now starting in Q4 or all of 2024. You got to build a house before you can live in it. Many of you are trying to go live in something that has ever been built. Hopefully, you're starting to see the possibilities of what can happen if you focus on moving from being a hobbyist to building a real business. Imagine your database and relationship management efforts with your 5 lists produces a 20% return, like we talked about, on the number of on all of your contacts in your top 100 and your other lists, all while you are creating 2 additional opportunities from each of your client transactions because you are creating remarkable experiences. Okay, so as you look at this sales funnel, what you're going to see me talk about as we move forward, the top of your sales funnel is your lead generation, which is wing number 2. Deliver and leverage, right? That the section that we're in right now is turn 1 transaction into 3. And then the bottom part of the sales funnel is the database and relationship management, where as that list grows, you're getting a 20% return, meaning if you've got 100 people in that database, that means you're going to get 20 referrals a year. We're going to show you over the course of the next few months how you can build this momentum loop that becomes almost not fair. This last paragraph or this last section that I just talked about literally could be the phrase that you can use to build out your business plan once and for all. Okay? Follow me on this pipeline, right? This sales funnel. You get all of that working together between now and the end of 2024, you will not recognize your business in a good way. Like I said, over the next 4 or 5 months, we're going to go deeper into section 4 of Take Flight version 4.0. And hopefully you heard it in my voice today, kind of how excited I am for you. I love delivering this section because I've seen so many phenomenal results from it. Before I wrap up, I just need to remind you that you cannot fly without wings. Okay. And over the next, like I said, over the next few sections, we're going to give you your wings. I would bookmark this call, bookmark it, come back to it. There's a lot in here for you to remember. We are, as a reminder, where we're at right now in Take Flight. We're week 12 of Q3 on your 12-week year. Next week will be the last week of Q3, which is week 13. It means that you need to celebrate everything you got done this quarter. You need to review what you did this quarter and then plan for Q4. And then Q4 is going to be a good one. So I'm sending you guys all good mojo today. Thank you for jumping on the call. I appreciate you so much. And this will be out in the form of an email tomorrow morning. If you're not on the list, you can go to my Instagram in my profile, and there's a place to sign up for the email that goes out every Tuesday. Thank you, team. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next Monday.